Hey there, we're coming up to the final culmination of our business planning, which is one of those touchy-feely subjects again called the vision board. And that is the final exercise of our project together in this business planning effort. So, the vision board is something that I had resisted, hesitated, put off, put down for years and years until the winter of 2016, the beginning of the year. And I was challenged by some women leaders that I just get a vision board done. And it was a 10-year vision board. And I'm telling you, after about a year to 18 months of doing that vision board, I was astounded at the progress that I had made towards so many of the visions that I had in place. And I think that that's a combination of not only the law of attraction, but of reminding yourself every day what's important to you, having it front and center, seeing it, and making just one small step each day towards what you're looking to obtain. The other thing that I think was important about the success that I had with my vision board was that I shared it with my family. I told my husband, I took my kids through it. I showed them exactly what each one of those things meant to me and why it was important to me. And especially they like to hear and see the ones that pertain to them. Our vacation, traveling the world, another beach opportunity, all these different things, soccer, being a soccer mom, those types of things. They like to know that they were accounted for on that vision board. And because they felt a part of that, they continue to encourage me on a daily basis based on those images to push harder and push forward and get things done. And they understand when I have to work on a day when I'm usually with them, or instead of doing something that they want me to do that's fun, that I have these goals. And if we want that vision to happen, I have to do my work. And it makes more sense to them. It makes more sense to our spouses when they are part of the vision and they know that you're working hard to make that vision come true. They have to give you that time to focus on what is important. So, what I wanted to do is encourage you as we're on this journey together to use the vision tab that is created and start brainstorming or typing ideas in. I'm going to show you the vision board that I created for my own 2018. So I have a 10-year vision board downstairs that's really big, and it is me 10 years from when I made it. So I will be 50 then. I'll have teenagers. I'll have, I don't know, 20th wedding anniversary, something like that, 25, I don't know. And that kind of thing will be happening in 50 years. And I decided after seeing the success that I had with that vision board after about 18 months to go ahead and make one for myself the beginning of 2018. So I'm going to share that with you. And the other caveat I wanted to share with you is I believe in this concept of choosing one word for your year. And I usually do that in November, right around Thanksgiving. And there's a book that I can share with you. And last year, my word that I chose for myself for 2018 was consistency. The year before that, it was simple. It's just one word that is your focus for the year. And you'll see that on my vision board because I did incorporate that in my vision board. And, the other thing I want to share with you is a vision board needs to just make sense to you. So whatever that looks like, however that is, if you see a quote that is helpful to remind you of something, type it in your vision tab so that you don't lose track of it. If you see an image that is exactly what you need to stay focused on, pop it in or pop a link in there to that board, into that spreadsheet, so that we keep track of this stuff, because along the way you're going to see things that will trigger your brain to refocus on what's important and what your vision is. And throughout this, we need to just keep gathering those little things that will all in the end culminate to a one vision board. So keep an eye on that. Maybe my board will give you some ideas. And your board can look like whatever you want. I choose to go into Google and search images a lot of times to find images of the things that support my vision, so that support my priorities, support my business goals. What do those look like? And I put them on my vision board. So here's my 2018 vision board that I created at the beginning of the year. And what you're going to see on this vision board, sorry for the movement there, I don't know why. I have a obsession with Pearl Jam, if you didn't already know that. And we didn't know that they would be touring this year, but we had hoped that they would. And it is my goal to see as many shows as humanly possible anytime they tour. So they toured 4 different locations. We saw them at 2 of the locations. And so you see Pearl Jam here. You see Pearl Jam here in Wrigley. We were there, out here in the outfield. There's another Pearl Jam logo. It's important to me. And quite frankly, it's important to me because I worked my ass off when I just got out of college, really hard, and I never made time for the things that really fulfilled me. And so now that I have set my place in life and I feel like I am successful enough that I can spend money to go and see this band that gives me so much joy, that is a priority to me, and I will do it as much as I can whenever possible. So that's on my vision board. As you may know, I wrote a book this year, and that was on my vision board. Here's Snoopy writing away down here. Here's some books. And I truly didn't know what the book would be about, anything, when I made this board. So it all kind of came to fruition. Amazon is where the book is sold, so I like to keep my eye on that prize. And then honestly, I had this crazy idea that I would be able to read the book and have it sell on Audible. And believe it or not, I did it. That was something I didn't think was possible, but it was so easy and totally possible. So I'm really proud of that one. I also am obsessed with Hawaii. So I have a goal to either spend more time in Hawaii or have a timeshare or whatever. So what I did was I identified a house that I would want to buy in Hawaii, and I have it right here. I like that one. And here's the beach in Hawaii, the Black Beach, which I love the black sand. It's the weirdest thing. Kona is my favorite part of Hawaii, so I put that on there just to remind myself. So I have a couple different images for each main focus and goal. And Hawaii is a longer stretch for me, but it keeps me remembering where I want to be. And so, for example, I was planning a trip to Hawaii at Thanksgiving in 2018, and then Pearl Jam went on tour. And so I decided that it was more important to me to go to the Pearl Jam dates in Chicago and Seattle versus go to Hawaii this year. So sometimes you have to say yes to something and say no to something else, even though they are all your priorities. But Hawaii is back on the agenda for next year in some shape or form, and I'm really looking forward to that. A couple of other things, my company EXP gives so many amazing opportunities. And one of the opportunities that I am most anxious to take advantage of for my family's benefit is some of the revenue share opportunities and bringing in agents to the company that I can foster and encourage, just like we're doing in this business planning, really grow that part of my business. And I consider that the most fun part. It's kind of like collecting really great people that are growth minded. And through that, I've created this tree, this family tree that shows that not only is it a beautiful tree above, but there's roots growing down below, and we're building a strong foundation. I'd like to have 20 people that come to the company with me, and that's my goal. We're getting close. Not going to meet that goal this year, but you know what? Next year we're going to meet it. It's one step at a time, and that's okay. I've got a couple of reminders on here about consistency, small disciplines repeated, consistency. And then, I've got this spark. I didn't know what that was in the beginning of the year. And I just like the idea of the spark, and that the spark could mean something and do something and activate something. And so I started a vlog, which hopefully will turn into a podcast. And it's a step in the right direction, and we take it one day at a time, and we grow. And I wasn't able to find the time in my project time to necessarily take it to the level of the podcast, but I know that will happen in the new year as I plan my goals and focuses. So wanted to share that with you. You can make your vision board any way you want, put whatever you want on it. Don't not think about, something and fail to put it on there. This is for you. If you want it to be completely private, which I definitely prefer some privacy with my stuff. But I would also encourage you to share it with those cheerleaders in your life that you need support from when the going gets tough, so that they know what your vision is and they can continue to push you towards your vision. The vision board kind of completes the whole business planning process. It's the thing. There's going to be a couple things that go up on your board, on your wall, in your office, or wherever you work. You're going to have your vision board up there. You're going to have your one-page business plan that you're going to be able to cross things off when they get done. You're going to have your schedule up there, and your schedule might adjust a little bit throughout the year, but it's going to be up there, and you're going to know it. And you're going to have your growth plan. And you're going to start crossing off the books that you're supposed to read, crossing off the classes that you're supposed to take, all of that. Very clear, focused, one-page images that are going to take you to success with your goals. You spend a lot of time in the beginning really identifying what's important, what needs to happen, and because we built that foundation so well, everything else builds from there. So I am excited to see what you guys come up with for your vision boards. Make sure that you pop a bunch of stuff in the spreadsheet so that you're keeping track of it. And I am excited to help you get those put together and finish it off strong before the end of the year. As we go into the new year, you will have the wonderful feeling that you have everything figured out for the most part. Going in, you have a plan to start day one, and you have ways to keep yourself on track and accountable and following up and focused. Thank you so much for your time, for letting me into your lives, your hearts, your business, your families, your relationships. I so am honored to be on this journey with you. And if there's ever anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to reach out. I love it when people implement and see a plan through. So please keep up with me and let me know as you go through what your struggles are, what your successes are, and when you meet those main goals and when your priorities are rock solid and you're having an amazing net life. Thanks again so much for the opportunity. Keep working. Bye bye.